My name is Courtney Melchione. I'm from Lexington, Virginia, and I graduated from University of Mary Washington. Well, my dad is a physical therapist, and so I got to kind of grow up around that profession and see some of the pros and cons of that. And I also looked at dentistry a little bit, but I ended up shadowing my optometrist because I just enjoyed going to the optometrist, and so I wanted to see what more of the day-to-day activities looked like. And so that was the one that I explored the most in depth. I like the overall cleanliness of optometry, but I also enjoyed the variety of activities, got to see a lot of different types of patients for a lot of different reasons, and still do work that patients were able to recognize made a drastic impact on their day-to-day activities. So you got personal connection with people in a community, and got to have autonomy over the decisions that you made in their treatment. So I enjoyed all of those things about optometry. Well, my school had a pre-med program kind of guideline, and so at first I followed that. We didn't have a pre-optometry club, but I ended up kind of doing the research on my own and finding out what most of the schools recommended for the curriculum for you to do during undergrad. And so I stayed within biology for the most part, but I kind of made my own curriculum to follow what most of the schools recommended for optometry programs. There were some that were just recommended by some schools that I went ahead and took to be safe because I wasn't sure which ones I would apply to, and they ended up being really helpful courses like neuroanatomy and some of the higher level, more detailed biology courses that we ended up taking again first year, but I had already had exposure to them, and so it was really helpful to have a level of familiarity with the material already. The transition from undergraduate study to studying here at SCO was different than I was fully anticipating. It was just a lot more volume than I was used to in undergrad, but it was a lot of new material with the optometry specific courses, stuff that I was a little bit more foreign, but the transition was helpful in that everyone in the class was going through the same experience, and so we were able to really bond over that and help each other, and it really created a lot of class community to kind of be able to walk up to someone you had never talked to in your class before and ask how the test was going to be for them and kind of encourage each other. And so we adjusted and adapted to it pretty quickly, but it was a lot of work. Our class has formed a lot of really close bonds. It's really nice to have such a strong group that you can always pull to go practice and just all be kind of working on the same thing and have different insights into material and different experience that we're all pulling from. And so people with different office experiences and just other professions that careers that they've been in, we've all been able to really pull those resources and learn more and just learn in a little bit different way together. The curriculum at SCO, I've really appreciated seeing the step-by-step transition from just learning the basic tools that we'll have in our equipment bag first year to then getting more exposure second year to actual people outside of our class learning things, and then moving into clinic third year, and then fourth year going out into the real world. It's just a nice step-by-step progression that you can appreciate just from seeing how that goes, and even just how the curriculum is oriented towards how we will practice in real life. And so the service commitment, the program that is helping us incorporate service into our learning, I appreciate that for how it is showing us how to do that when we graduate, how to incorporate service into our career. Well, when I moved to Memphis, I came from a small town, and so I was anticipating the big, scary city. But I have really enjoyed my time in Memphis. I love living on Mud Island, which is a community right next to downtown. And so it's very residential and isolated and feels very safe, but you're 2 minutes away from downtown. And so I like the proximity to everything that goes on there and being so close to school as well. And I think that's one of the really unique attributes of Memphis, that so many of the students live in Mud Island and have that access. And I've really enjoyed just the benefits of being in a bigger place, having more events, more concerts, more just landmark things to go to, like the zoo. So it's been a really fun time in Memphis, and also just seeing more diverse population and having that exposure as well. Just more people that are coming from different backgrounds and different parts of the country. Memphis has a lot of students that are from all over, and I just think it's a really rich culture, and I've really enjoyed my time in Memphis. I think that the diversity of Memphis really strengthens our education here, because you just see so many different presentations of problems from the population that comes into the eye center, and we get to learn more about cultural sensitivity with all the different backgrounds that people have, and wherever we go from here, we'll have some level of exposure probably to the different environments that we'll be moving into just from our time here in Memphis. My time at SCO has been very enjoyable. It has been full of new challenges, and it's been hard at times, but I have really enjoyed the community aspect of SCO, and it is just a very tight-knit community, and not just even within our class, but with upperclassmen, getting that encouragement and that sense of they've been there and they've survived it has been really great. And with the faculty as well, I've never been in a learning environment like this one where there are such good relationships between the faculty and the students. We really respect the faculty because we see just their level of expertise and the variety of backgrounds that they're coming from, and appreciate that. But then it also has been great in the lab setting and in the classroom setting of just they're very approachable, and we really build relationships with our professors, and I really appreciate that about SCO as well.